So we've got a Swift Elegance 645. We're going to take it around and show you how it operates. Hitch up procedure, jockey wheel and handbrake is all something we'll go through inside here on site in person. Front of the van, you've got a gas regulator on the bulkhead, and you've got your ATC on the A-frame. Again, that'll all be gone through when you're here on site, when you're hooking up to the car. Got your already heating fluid on the side of the caravan. That is essentially gas flow for when the heating and hot water system is running. And then you've got your wind down leg on either side at the front. Your shower attachment, so in the front locker you'll actually notice there's a shower head there. So that plugs into the side of the van so you can use dog shower on the outside. You also notice you've got two water connections. The bottom water connection is to run from your aquaroll. The top one is to fill the onboard water tank, and I'll explain how you fill each of those when we go inside of the van. We've connected a battery just to demonstrate everything with the 12-volt systems all connected, and also mains power connected to the caravan also. The wheel nuts will be torqued before the caravan leaves site to 120 Newton meters, so you can see they're being done correctly. You've got your grey waste pipes coming out the side of the caravan on this side, so the fresh water that goes in the front has to come out somewhere, and that comes out through these grey pipes on the side of the van. You've got your toilet flush tank here, which takes 3.5 litres of water and a cap full of the pink fluid before use. And underneath here, you've got the toilet waste cassette, which comes out by pulling up the orange handle and pulling it towards you. And the orange neck here turns out so you can tip the waste away. The orange button on the back is a pressure relief button, so as you're tipping the waste away, it doesn't spit and splatter back at you. The toilet cassette, prior to use, will need 1 litre of water put into it and a cap full of the blue fluid. On the back of the van on either side, you've got your wind down legs to stabilise the caravan while you're in it on site. You'd never lift the caravan with them wind down legs, just due to the fact it could damage the floor of the caravan. Locker on this side allows you to access the storage underneath the bed, and that'll allow you to access that, and you can also access it from the inside of the van as well. You've got your your fridge vents on the side of the van, so the hot air comes out the side of the van when the fridge has been used, and also you have a gas flow behind there for the gas systems as well. You have a 3-pin socket coming out the side of the van just here. You have a storage locker for underneath the front seating, and a barbecue gas point and your other wind down leg at the front of the van. When you go onto the inside now, I'll demonstrate how that works. So on the inside of the van, the first thing you're going to need to do is turn on the control panel above the door just here. So as you can see, we've already got power on. You've got your awning light, your lights are in the front of the van, and your lights are over the top of the cabinets as well. To dim the lights above the cabinets, you've got the button here, and as you'll notice at the bottom of the screen, the dim level changes. You've got your water pump run on the bottom left hand side here, and again I'll demonstrate this in more detail in a second. So that's your main control panel for the caravan. You've got the battery voltage above what the 12-volt battery is running at on board the caravan. To fill the water system, you're going to make sure you've got the aquaroll connected on the outside. You're going to open all the taps up on the hot side of the water system. Once all the taps are open, so that's a tap in the kitchen, the one in the bathroom, and the one in the shower also. Once they're all open, you're going to also make sure that the drain down valves underneath the front seat are both parallel with the floor. So you'll see the yellow valve there and the yellow valve on that side. That is for filling the water system on board the caravan. If them valves were pointing up towards the bottom of the cabinet here, it would actually drain all of the water out of the water system. So I'm going to demonstrate how to fill it to from the aquaroll at the moment. However, if you wanted to fill the onboard tank, which is in that front cabinet just there, you would need to turn that white valve that you see on the left hand side of the screen to the downward position. So you'd actually just twist the valve round and have it pointing down towards the bottom. You'd have the water pump connected on the top side of the water pump, and that will allow the water system to fill the onboard tank, and then you'd need to change the valve back over to the right hand position to get the water system to run. So once you've got them valves in that position, you'll turn on the water pump above the door, and that will allow the water system to fill up with all the taps open on the hot side of the water system. Once the water system's full, the water will run out of the taps continuously, and at that point you can turn all of the taps off. Once the water system is full, you can come to the control panel by the door and press the menu button, and it will take you into the options for the caravan. So you've got your room temperature here on the top side, so you've got minus or plus for your room temperature. You've then got your water heating below that, so you've got water heating on and water heating boost. So you just select how you wanted the water to run. So like I said, if you want it on boost, you'd have this bar completely full. If you wanted it on just run, it'll just run the hot water at a standard temperature, or a 35-degree temperature. Below that, you've got the option to run, or the option of what power source you want to use for the hot water system and a heating system. So you've got 1 kilowatt, 2 kilowatts, or 3 kilowatts as an option. That only relates to the amount of power the heating and hot water system is going to use, not anything else on board the van. To operate the heating and hot water on gas, you'd very simply press the gas option at the bottom, and that will allow the heating and hot water to ignite on gas. You can use the two as a combination, and you'd know what to set this at by asking the site you are visiting, and they'll advise you of 1, 2, or 3 kilowatts of power coming into the caravan. So that's your heating and hot water system. Let's take you through the fridge operation now. You've got power on for the fridge on the left hand side here, and at the moment, as you can see, we're connected to mains power. We can use gas as a power source, or we can use 12 volt as a power source. The 12 volt at the moment won't actually do anything because we're not connected to a car, so it won't work the fridge as a cool box. However, when you are connected to the car, like I said, it will work as a cool box. To get it to operate on gas, it will self-ignite on gas. If it ever failed to ignite, it would do a very similar beep and flash to what it just did on the 12 volt mode, and that would flash the light here and the light on the right hand side. And if that did happen, you'd press the reset button on the right hand side to reset the gas system before trying to reignite. 240 mode, very simple, put it onto 240 and that will chill the fridge completely. To control the temperature of the fridge, you've got the button on the right hand side. However, if you want to use the freezer compartment on top of the freezer, on top of the fridge, you'll need to press the button here to change over the temperature to the freezer compartment at the top. Then when you press the button again, it'll operate both at the temperature you have set them to. Cooker works very much the same as a household cooker. Gas control with an igniter on the front. Also, you have an electric ring at the back and 3 gas rings, but again, that works very much like a standard oven at home or grill at home. Microwave, just going to give you a quick demonstration, show you it's working. As you can hear, the microwave's kicked in, and that is the microwave working away. Under the bed storage at the back of the van, very simple. You've also got the mains consumer unit at the back there. You'd make sure all them power switches are on at all times. And you've got your 240 trip switches and your 12 volt fuses for the caravan in there also. Under bed storage, very easy to access. You've got this very easy system where you can lift it up from underneath the bed and it'll allow you to access that storage under there. In the bathroom, you've got an electric flush on the toilet. On top here, you've got a full indicator light to let you know when the toilet waste cassette is full underneath the van. And at the front of the toilet, you have a grey waste handle which allows the toilet waste into the cassette under the van. If the toilet cassette isn't in place, or the toilet cassette is removed, if it's in place but the toilet's turned, you won't be able to, sorry, let me start again on that. If the toilet seat is turned at all, then you will not be able to remove the toilet waste cassette from underneath the van. However, if the toilet's pointing straight across the van, you should be able to remove that cassette nice and easy. And also, if the toilet cassette is removed, the toilet waste handle at the bottom won't allow you to open the flap. So that's the Swift Elegance 645. If you have any further questions on the van, please don't hesitate to give us a call here at the Caravan Company. And we'll be more than happy to help. And we hope you enjoy the caravan. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.